disturbances in my voice, please you can respond immediately.
This call is now being recorded.
Today I'm going to discuss about array slicing. See, these are the topics I'm going to going to explain today. See, we are talking about NumPy arrays, right? In previous class we have seen NumPy arrays. So just continuation, NumPy array slicing. One second. NumPy arrays, right? NumPy arrays. Today's topics are array. One second. I'm sorry, one second. NumPy arrays. Next, array indexing. Okay, today we are going to discuss about array slicing, array indexing, and then some of the array programs. Okay, programs related to arrays. These are the topics I am going to cover. Now let us see what is array slicing. Already what is meant by slicing already I have discussed in previous class. Array slicing. Array See, array slicing is nothing but retrieving some range of elements from the array. Retrieving range of elements from array. Okay, see here, this is an array, right? This is an array. Index starts from 0 to size -1. How many elements are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 minus 1. 3, 4. Okay, this is an array. Now, if you want to retrieve some range of elements from some group of elements, okay, group of elements or some range of elements from the array, in Python, you can retrieve it. In C language, it is not possible, right? You need to use for loop or while loop or do while something you need to use. You need to use them. But coming to Python, you no need to use all those things. Just use slicing operator. Okay. Now let us see the syntax. Syntax. First, you need to use variable name. Okay, variable name, array name. Okay, sorry, array name. Slicing is nothing but retrieving group of elements from the array. Okay, now let us see how to slice, how to retrieve some group of elements from the array. Okay, just see the syntax. Array name equal to, sorry, not equal to, array name, and then open square bracket, start index. Okay, start, colon, stop, colon, step. Once again, see, array name, open square bracket, start. This is an index. Okay, these are the indexes. Starting index and stop. Ending index, ending index, ending index, and then this is a step value. Once again, see what is the syntax. Now, starting index, from which index you want to display the elements, you need to retrieve the elements. Okay, that you need to go, and then you need to give step value. About step value I will explain later. First, let us retrieve some of the elements. Okay, now see if you want to retrieve 10, 20, 30. Okay, I want to retrieve only these elements, 10, 20, 30. How to retrieve it? What is the, see, a of 1 second, a of what is the starting index? మీరు రిట్రీవ్ చేయాల్సింది 10, 20 and 30. What is the index of 10? 0. Starting index colon. What is the ending index? See, 10, 20, 30. Okay. So ending index is 2, but here you should not give 2. You want to retrieve index, you want to retrieve elements like 10, 20, 30. What is the starting index? 0, right? 10, 20, 30. What is the index of 10? 0. That is the starting index. Colon. What is the ending index? 30, right? 10, 20, 30. So what is the index of 32? But here you should not give 2 directly. You should give 2 plus 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. Okay. 2 plus 1. Right side. Remember, right side index must be plus 1. 2 plus 1, 3. Now, from 0th index to now from 0th index element to second index element, it will be display. Okay, it will display 10, 20, 30. See, you are giving 3, but it won't display third index element. Remember that right side index must be plus 1. So 2 plus 1, 3. So it will display up to second index element, 0th index element to second index element. Next, step value. Let us see step value. Now see here, there is, just wait. Let us see step value. This is an array, okay? This is an array. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Index starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now if you want to display 0th element and second element, and then like this. If you want to display like this, that means 10, 30, 40, sorry, 50, right? 50. Like this, if you want to display some group of, see here what you are doing, you are retrieving some group of elements, some range of elements from the array. That means slicing. Okay, you are retrieving it. To do that, you need to follow some syntax. Okay. Now see here, you need to retrieve 10, 30, next 50, like this. If you want to retrieve like this, you need to use step value. Okay. Here, how to know step value? See here. See, 0 plus 2 you are getting. See, you want index element 10 and 30. How you are getting 30? Plus 2. 0 plus 2. You can get index 2. Next you need to access 50. How to get index 50? Index 50 element index 4, right? How to get 2 plus 2? You are getting 4, right? That means step value is 2. You can take step value. This is the start index. Start index. Now, what is this stop index? You need up to 50, right? So 50 index is 4. 4 plus 1. That means this is the stop index. So start index is 0. Step value is 2. Stop index is 5 because you need up to 50 element only. That means 50 element index is 4. So 4 plus 1, 5. 5 will be the stop index. It will display up to 5 index. Before 5 index, what is that? 4. Up to 4 only. Once again, see, what is the start index? 0. Stop index is 5 and step value is 2. Now, how to do it? Let us see. What is the array name? A, right? Array name is A of A, open square bracket, 0. Start index, stop index is 5. Step value is 2. That means first 0th index element will be displayed. 0 plus 2. 0 plus 2. Second index element will be displayed. After 2 plus, next what is step value? 2. 2 plus 2. Fourth index element will be displayed. Okay. Up to which this will be continued up to 5th index. This is the stop value. 5th index is the stop value. This is how you are going to get. Is it clear, students? Did you understand? అర్థమైందండి Did you understand? See, I will execute and I will show you. Later I will execute and I will show you. అర్థమవుతుందండి నేను చెప్పేది? Are you able to understand? Please respond. Are you able to understand? Okay. Only one member is responding. See, Python is very easy. Please practice it. Next. See, if you want to display last element, what is the last element? 60. If you want to display last element, you can use negative indexes also, like this. A of -1. A of -1 means last element 60 will be displayed. Okay. See, you can here you can use negative indexes also. If you are using negative indexes means you are accessing from last, reverse. Okay, from last element you are going to access. A of -1 means last element 60 will be displayed. Next, A of -2. A of -2, that means from last to second element 50 will be displayed. 50 will be displayed. Okay, like that you can display elements from back side. Okay, last element. If you want to display last element, A of -1. A of -2 means last to second element. A of -3 means, see, A of -3 means last to third element. This one you are going to display 40. Like that you can give negative indexes also. Now, if you want to reverse, okay, if you want to reverse this array, just use array name. Next, open square bracket 2 colon -1. Okay, array will be reversed 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Okay, array will be reversed. Reversed array will be displayed. It will display only the array, reversing the array. A colon A. Okay, A is array name. Open square bracket, close square bracket. Inside that give colon -1. Array will be reversed. Now I will execute and I will show you. From numpy import star. Next, create array A equal to, we need to use array function. It's something like 10, 20, 30. That's all. Next, now okay, let us reverse it. Let us reverse the array. Print. See, I'm using print function, right? Inside print function, what I am passing? A of colon -1. A of colon -1. I'll execute and I will show you. See here, reverse array is reversed, right? 30, 20, 10. See, remember that. Once again, see the output. 30, 20, 10. Actually, what's the input? 10, 20, 30, right? It is reversed. A of colon -1. Okay, A of colon -1. It is used to reverse. Now, again, I will print A. See, print A. See the second statement. I am printing the reversed array, and again I am printing array. What will be the output? Now see here. Remember that, one second. See here. First I have given print A of colon -1. That means it is going to reverse the array. Here output you got 30, 20, 10. Actually, original array is not reversing. How did you know it? See here, I am printing print A. Print A means array values are displayed 10, 20, 30. But here when you are using A colon -1, It is not going to reverse the array, original array. Okay, original array ni reverse cheyadu. Meeku reversed elements will be displayed, that's all. Array will be like that only. Array element contain 10, 20, 30, that's all. It will not be reversed. Original array will not be altered. Okay, only you will get reversed. You will get only reversed array. Okay, original array will not be reversed. It contains only elements like 10, 20, 30, that's all. Just it will return reversed array elements. Now let us retrieve step value. Using step value, let us retrieve 40, 50, 60. A of starting index I am giving 0, colon, ending 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, end index I am giving 5 and step value I am giving 2. What will be the output? See, 0, colon, 5, colon, 2. Anyone can answer? What will be the output? Please answer. What is the output here? A, open square bracket, 0, colon, 5, colon, 2. Anyone please answer. What is the output? మా ఆన్సర్ చేయండి. అవుట్పుట్ ఏమొస్తుంది?
10, 30, 50.
ఎస్. వాట్ అలా ఒకసారి చెప్పండి. 10,
30, 50.
10, 30, 50. Okay, very good. Yes, see here how you are getting 0. Okay, step value is 2. 0 plus 2. Okay, second index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Second index element will be displayed. Next 2 plus 2. Fourth index element will be displayed. Up to 5 it will display because end is 5, right? What is the end index? 5. So 5 minus 1 up to 4 only it will display. Let us see the output. See, this is the output you got. Now, next let us see indexing. Slicing is completed. Okay. Now indexing. Let us see indexing. It's very easy, simple. This is an array. So if you want to access element 1, if you want to access first index element, just use variable name, open square bracket, close square bracket. Inside that just simply specify index. A of 1 means you are retrieving element 20, first index element. This is what indexing. Okay, indexing means how to use. You need to use open square bracket, close square bracket. Inside that specify index. Okay, which index element you want to retrieve. A of 1 means 20. A of 3 means third index element. What is the third index element? 40. 40 will be retrieved. This is what indexing. Now let us see using indexing how to display each element from the array. Let us see the program. Using indexing, that means A of 0, that means it had to see here. This is the array. Here this is the program. You need to write the program in such a way that you need to display individual elements, not like this array 10, 20, 30, not like this. You need to display 10, 20, 30 individual elements you need to display. So if you want to display individual element, you need to use indexing like this. A of 0 means 0th index element will be displayed. A of 1 means first index element will be displayed. A of 0 means element 10 will be displayed. A of 1 means element 20 will be displayed. A of 2 means element 30 will be displayed. Like that, individual element you need to display. To do that, let us see the program. You need to use for loop, okay? For using indexing. For I in, see here. See, you need to get indexes. See, to get indexes, you need to know length, okay? Length of the array. What is the length of array? 3, right? How many elements? 1, 2, 3. So length of array will be 3. You need to use a length function, because here using indexing you are going to display. That means you need to get 0th index, you need to get first index, you need to get second index. How to get it? First you need to know length of the array. What is the length of the array? And next you can use a range function, okay? See here, range. What is the length of the array? 3, right? Range of 3 means you will get 0, 1, 2 up to 3 minus 1. These are the values you will get. So in for loop you need to use a range function, because through indexing you are going to display. You need to get 0th index, you need to get first index, you need to get second index, right? So inside range, pass len function, okay? len of a, it will return number of elements 3. Range of 3 means 0, 1, 2, okay? 3 minus 1, up to 3 minus 1 it will get. Now use this range. For I in range of length, len, use len of a, colon, print a of I. That's all. Completed. See the program. Now see here, already I have explained. Range of 3, len of a is nothing but range of 3. That means 0, 1, 2. Now 0 will be assigned to I. 0 will be assigned to I. Control comes inside the for loop. Print a of I. That means a of 0. Now element 10 will be, output is element 10 will be printed. Next. 1 will be assigned to I. 1 will be assigned to I. Control comes inside the for loop. Print a of I. That means print a of 1. Okay. A of 1 means 20 element will be printed. Next. Next. 2 will be assigned to I. Okay. 2 will be assigned to I. Control comes inside the for loop. Print a of 1. Okay. Sorry. A of 2. Print a of 2. That is nothing but element 30. This is how you are going to, this is how it is going to execute. This is going to work. Let us see the output. See, each and every element you are going to display. It is not displaying like this, okay? Through indexing, you will be able to display like this. 10, 20, 30, like this it is displaying, okay? Now, without indexing also you can display the elements. How we can, just let us see it. See here, without using indexing, మీరు indexing use చేయకుండానే you can display the elements. How to do it? See, just pass a, okay? Just pass a and print I. It's very easy, simple, right? See here, without using range, here you are using some sequence, array sequence, okay? Just passing array name and then you are printing I, okay? A contains 10, 20, 30. 10 will be assigned to I. Now you are printing I. Value 10 will be printed. Next 20 will be assigned to I. Next 30 will be assigned to I. Like that you are going to print. Let us see. Through indexing you can print, or directly like this also you can print. For I in A, print I. See the output, same output, right? You got You got the same output 10, 20, 30. So using indexing you can display, or directly you can pass sequence array. For I in A, print I. Each and every value of array will be assigned to I. Now next one. So indexing completed, slicing completed, indexing completed. Now let us see. 1 second. Okay. See, up to now, directly you are giving values, right? Inside A equal to array, inside directly you are giving. Now, how to give array elements using keyboard? Using through input, okay, user input. How to take elements from keyboard, okay? Directly here you are giving 10, 20, 30. Okay, ala cheyakunda using through keyboard, how can you do it? Let us see. See here, empty, give empty one. See, before that, I need to explain 1 second. I want to explain. Before that, I need to explain append function. Just wait. See, these are the elements, okay? Now, see, if you want to append to the last, okay, if you want to insert element 50, that means if you want to append 50, how to do it? See, in NumPy arrays, you can use append function, append, okay, append A comma pass array name and then pass element 50. A equal to, once again, see, if you want to appending means what it will do? It will add the element to the end of the array. So, just use append function. A equal to append of pass array. Again, pass array name and pass element which you need to append. Okay. What this function will do? It will append the element 50 to the end of the array and it is returning it. Once again, see here. So, now let us see how to give user input. See here, A equal to array, give empty list. Don't give any values. Give empty list, comma. If you want to array integers, use int. Okay, remember. See here. If you want to provide integers, use comma int. Empty list. You are not providing anything. You are going to provide through keyboard. Okay. Next. For 1 second. Next, A equal to array empty one comma int. Next, empty list comma int. Next, n equal to int of input enter number of elements, size of the array. Okay, enter size of the array. Next, now for I in range of n colon, what you are going to do? Just wait. Print enter the elements. Print enter the elements. Next, for I in range of n colon, here element ELE equal to int of input. Just I am passing input function. I am not passing any message. Next, A equal to append of A comma ELE. Completed. Okay, next print A. I am printing array. Okay, see here. See, from keyboard you are going to enter the elements. Directly you are not giving elements. From keyboard you are going to enter the elements. How to do it? Let us see. I will explain each and every statement. See here you are giving empty list. A equal to array empty list you are giving comma int. Okay. Here you are not providing any values. Empty list, just give empty list. And then n equal to int. N equal to, you are using int function. Inside int function, you are passing input function, enter the number of elements. So what is the use of input function? Just like scanf, you have to, it is an input function, you need to provide some value. Program will take that value and that value will be stored in n. Okay, now see, enter the number of elements will be displayed. Only integer you need to enter, because here you have given int function, right? So integer number of elements, size of the array, you must enter. That will be, n will be tagged to that value. So n contains size of the array. You need to enter. Next, print, enter the elements. So next, enter the elements will be printed. Next, you need to enter the elements. See what, for example, size I have given as 3. Now range of n. Okay, range of 3 means 0, 1, 2. Now 0 will be assigned to I. ELE equal to int of input function. Now you need to enter a value. Input function means you need to provide some input through keyboard. Here, for example, if I entered element 10, 10 will be stored in ELE. Now what I am doing, a equal to append of a comma ELE. 10 will be appended to array. Next, like that, this for loop will be iterated from 0, 1, 2. Okay, first I will be 0, next I will be 1, next I will be 2. Now I will execute and I will show you. Enter number of elements 3. Enter elements 10, 20, 30. See here 10, 20, 30 array is displayed, right? Okay, in program you have given empty list. Through keyboard you are entering the values, and again what you are doing, you are printing array. Okay, see, array contains 10, 20, 30. Is it clear, students? Shall I continue? అమ్మా అర్థమైందా లేదా అండి?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So up to now slicing is completed, indexing is completed. Next, how to give array, how to give array elements through keyboard. This is the, you need to give append function. Now I will explain some differences. See here, list. See, if you are using list, I am talking about list. Okay, forget about arrays. I'm talking about list. Just you need to give, see, list, empty list. I am giving empty list. Now same code you can use. In list, if you want to append, okay, you need to use variable name l dot append and next element. That's all. See the difference. 1 second, I'm sorry. See the difference of append function syntax of array and list. For list, just use l dot append. Okay, l is nothing but variable name. Empty list. L dot append of ELE. ELE will be appended to the list. Coming to array, numpy arrays. Coming to numpy arrays, see the difference here. Here you need to use array name equal to append. You need to pass array name and next value. 2 arguments are there, and it will return the, what it will do, it will return the new array. Okay, that's why there must be a variable a equal to append of a comma ELE. Coming to list, here just use variable name dot l dot append of ELE. See the differences. Append function in list and append function in numpy array. How to use it and what is the syntax? Little bit difference. Okay, just go through that. Next. Now let us see some of the programs. Okay, I need to say, okay. Before that, I need to explain a simple, small concept, how to copy the array. See, now you need to copy this array. B equal to A. Okay, B equal to A. That means array A is assigned to B. You will think that, see here, you have assigned array to another variable B. That means you will think that B contains value 10, 20, 30, 40. And separate memory will be allocated. You will think like this, right? 10, 20, 30, 40. No, actually it's not happening like this. B equal to A, you're copying the array elements of A into B. What you will think? You will think that separate memory will be allocated and then all the elements will be copied like this 10, 20, 30, 40. B is tagged to this value. No. What is happening means this is not happening. Separately memory will not be allocated. Now B is also tagged to same array. Okay. B A equal to B. Okay, A equal to B. That means what is happening means B is tagged to A. So A is tagged to 10, 20, 30, 40. B is also tagged to 10, 20, 30, 40. Now, if you want to change like this, B of 0 is equal to 50. Here, value will be changed. Okay. You can change the values using A or using B. You can change the values because A is referring to same object 10, 20, 30, 40. B is referring to same object 10, 20, 30, 40. Here another copy is not created. Another copy is not at all created. How to create another copy? Let us see. See, using B also you can change. Using A also you can change the values. So how to do it? Let us see. Now if you want to copy elements, just use copy function. B equal to A dot copy. A dot copy. Okay. So now separate memory will be allocated. All the elements of array A will be copied. Now B will be tagged to this. So A is separate location and B is separate location. Okay. Both are not same. Separate memory will be allocated and all the elements will be copied. B is tagged to like this. Okay. Another object 10, 20, 30, 40. So if you want to copy, don't use B equal to A like that. Just use copy function. B equal to A dot copy. Now I will execute and I will show you. See here, array 10, 20, 30. B equal to A. Equal to A. Print ID of A, comma, ID of B. See what is ID function? See here. Already in previous class we have discussed, right? ID function. Okay, it will return the address location. Okay, here in print what you are using ID of A, that means you are printing address location of A and you are printing comma ID of B. Okay, here you are passing array name, array object. That means it will give you the address location. Now let us see whether A is referring to same object and B is referring to same object or not. See here, same address, right? That means A is referring to object 10, 20, 30, 40 and B is also referring to same objects. The address location, you got same address location. Now, I am using A dot copy. A dot copy. A dot C copy. A dot copy function. Now see here. See whether you are getting different memory address or not. Why? Because if you are using A dot copy, separately again memory will be allocated. All the values will be copied to B. That means A will have separate memory address and B will have separate memory address. A dot copy. If you are using A dot copy, see here, yes, see 6832. Coming to B, 6288. That means address location are different. Is it clear, students? అర్థమైందండి? Is it clear?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Next, let us see some of the programs. Write a Python program to insert. Write a Python program to insert element into array. Okay. To insert element into array, just use insert function. Insert function, you need to pass 3 arguments. Array name, index I, index, and then value. Okay. See here. If you want to insert an element into the array, no need to use for loop, all those things, and no need to write some set of statements. In Python, there is insert function. Simply use that function. Okay, see, first you need to know the syntax, right? Insert function. Inside that, 3 arguments pass. First argument must be array name. Second argument must be in which index you are going to insert the element. That index and then value. Now let us see. I will execute and I will show you. Next, A equal to insert. Now I want to insert after 10. Okay, 10 tarvata nenu insert cheyalanunnaru. So what is the index of 10? 0. After 10 ante 1. In first index I want to insert the element. That means array name comma 1 indexes comma 1 comma I want to insert element 40. Now print A. Now see here, 10, 20, 30, 0, 1, 2. Now see, this is the array 10, 20, 30. Now you are using insert. A equal to insert of A comma 1 comma 40. Inside this array at first index. Okay, at first index you are going to insert element 40. Okay, what this statement is telling? It is telling in first index element 40 need to be inserted. That means 10, 40, 20, 30. 0, 1, 2, 3. In first index element 40 will be inserted. Now let us see. I will execute and I will show you. Okay, see, actually what is the array? 10, 20, 30, right? In first index, I'm going to insert element 40 using insert function. So 10, 40, 20 and 30. 10, 40, 20 and 30. Okay, is it clear? Insert function, is it clear? Is it clear? Insert function. See, if you are using insert function, this insert function is returning it will return the new array. So that's why you need to provide array A equal to insert like that. Okay, because it will return the new array, newly inserted array 10, 40, 20, 30. Now, if you want to delete, for example, here you need to delete first index. Okay, first index element. What is that? 10, 40, 20, 30, right? 40 you need to see. Actually, A contains, see here, 10, 40, 20, 30, right? 0, 1, 2, 3. Just now you have inserted, right? A equal to insert of A comma first index comma 40. At first index 40 is inserted, right? Now what is A? A contains 10, 40, 20, 30. Now if you want to delete first index element, just use delete function. Delete array name comma just index. Okay, once again see delete array name comma index. Here you are passing index, that means first index element will be deleted. I will execute and I will show you. Delete A equal to delete A comma 1, that's all. No need to give any elements. Where is 20? Okay, 20 is deleted, right? Okay, okay. See here, array is 10, 20, 30. 10, 20, 30. Now you are using A equal to delete A comma 1. What is the first index element? 20, right? 20 is deleted. See here, 20 is deleted. See, in NumPy arrays, you cannot delete specific elements. If you want to delete element 10, you can't use that element inside delete function. Okay, using index only you can delete. Remember, in NumPy arrays you cannot specify the element which you want to delete. Okay, you can specify only indexes. You cannot specify the element. If you want to remove the element, just use list rather than arrays. You can, if you want to remove specific element, మీరు స్పెసిఫిక్ గా ఎలిమెంట్ ని రిమూవ్ చేయాలి అనుకుంటే జస్ట్ యూజ్ లిస్ట్స్. ఇన్ NumPy arrays you cannot delete specific element. You can delete using only indexes only. This is a program to delete array. Okay, next one. Now see here, next problem is, let us see the next problem. Write a Python program to find, see this is a element 10, sorry this is the array, okay I'm sorry, 10, 20, again 10, 30, 40. Now you need to find unique number of elements. Count, you need to find count. How many number of unique elements are there? That means repeated elements you should not count. Only different elements only you need to count. 1, 2, again 10 is repeated. Don't count this. 3, 4. That means how many unique elements, different elements are there? 4. Okay. What is the output you need to get? 4. This is the output. Once again, what is the input? Here input I have given 10, 20, 10, 30, 40. 10 is repeated. The output must be count. How many number of different elements are there? You should not count repeated element once again. Okay. To do this is very, very simple. In Python NumPy, it's very simple. Let us see. In NumPy array, there is a function called unique. Okay. Unique of A. What it will give? Unique of A. It will give unique elements only. So just to count this unique number of elements, how to do it? Use len function. This is very simple, right? No need to write some lengthy code to count number of unique elements in the array. You know that in NumPy array, unique function is there, right? Which is going to find unique number of, which is going to give only unique elements, different elements. So to count those different elements, just use a len function. Length of len of unique of A. Just it will give number of unique elements. 1, 2, 3, 4. Output will be 4. Now I will execute and I will show you. It's very, very simple. Again, I am giving 10, 40. So 10 is repeated. You need to count only once. 10 must be counted only once. Now, print print, I'm using len function. Inside len function, I'm passing unique of A. Now, what is the output? See, you got output 4, right? It's very easy. You're counting how many unique different elements are there. You're not counting repeated elements once again. Just use the len function. Inside that, pass unique function. Unique of A, it will give only unique elements, and len function will count number of unique elements. Is it clear, students? It's very simple, right?
Yeah.
Within one statement, it is completed. No need to use for loop or while loop, just you are using in C language. So using Python, you can solve the problem very easily within less time, within less code, okay? Please practice all those exercises I have given. Already I have mailed you. Please practice those things. Okay, thank you.
Good morning, students. Hope
Good
all
morning,
are
sir.
safe at home.
Morning, sir.
Good morning, ma. You have been busy with this coding, all those things. Very good. Actually, today we shall